Are you ready to unlock the secrets to greatness? In this video, we delve into the philosophy of Stoicism and uncover the key qualities that set apart exceptional individuals. 1. Being polite. Being polite in the context of Stoicism involves more than just smiling and being nice. It all comes down to treating others with love and respect and realizing how interrelated we are. Be tough with yourself and tolerant of others. Being kind involves exercising tolerance, comprehension, and empathy. It all comes down to realizing that each person is going through their own troubles and that we should be kind to them rather than adding to them. There is a chance for kindness wherever there is a human being. Assume you are waiting in a big queue. Resolve to be patient rather than angry. Recognize that everyone in queue has somewhere to be and that you value their time just as much as they do. Maybe give the person behind you the lead. Even if it's a tiny gesture of compassion, it's a start in the right direction. Being modest is another aspect of being kind. The Stoics held that it is crucial to avoid elevating oneself. What counts is how you respond to whatever happens to you. Therefore, avoid responding rudely to rude people. Rather, answer with compassion. Keep in mind that you alone have power over your own activities. Start with tiny deeds of kindness to foster niceness. Smile at a stranger, hold a door open for someone, or assist a coworker with a chore. Make being kind a habit, and before long, it will come naturally to you. 2. Assisting people. We are social beings who are compelled by nature to coexist and cooperate, as Stoicism teaches us. Thus, lending a helping hand is not only a virtue but also an obligation. A thing that is bad for the swarm is also bad for the bee. Along with our own interests, the communities must come first. It takes more than just large gestures to help people. It's about the little things we do every day. It's about identifying a need and doing our utmost to meet it. It might be giving a colleague a mentorship, assisting an elderly neighbor with their shopping, or volunteering at a nearby charity. The theory of sympathies, according to which everything in the universe is interconnected, was held by the Stoics. We benefit ourselves when we assist others. We develop virtue and build a community that is stronger and more resilient. Serving others should be done purely out of a desire to help others, not for praise or compensation. Live each moment as if it's your last, and act accordingly. 3. Maintaining concentration. We need to learn to discern between the things we can and cannot control if we are to stay focused. Only the present is in our control. The past and future are out of our hands. Pay attention to the present. Whether it's work, a chat, or just some downtime, give the task your whole focus. Say to yourself first what kind of person you would be, and then take necessary action. Act as though you are concentrated if that is your desire. Take away any distractions. Set priorities for your tasks. Engage in mindfulness. Recall that concentration is a muscle. It becomes stronger the more you use it. Thus, begin modestly. Concentrate on one job at a time. Refocus your thoughts gently when they stray. You'll notice an improvement in your focus with practice. 4. Acting. Philosophy of Stoicism is not passive. It's about being proactive, acting morally, and leading a moral life. The Stoics emphasize the need of carrying out the recommended actions rather than merely contemplating or discussing them. Say to yourself first what kind of person you would be, and then take necessary action. Act like a fantastic person if that is what you want to be. Instead of just talking about helping others, do them a favor. Acts of kindness should be performed. Don't only contemplate kindness. It takes more than just doing anything to be considered an action. It all comes down to acting morally. It's about leading a moral life, even when no one is looking and even though it's difficult. Act as though you have 10,000 years to live. Death looms large over you. Be virtuous while you are still alive and have the ability. We cannot wait till tomorrow to take action. We must take action now. Remember that motivation won't come to you every day. There will be times when you'll want to do nothing. However, a great individual takes action even when they're not feeling it. They take action because it is morally correct. 5. Expressing worry. One essential characteristic of a great person is having empathy for other people. Despite its image for being stern, Stoicism actually teaches us the value of empathy, compassion, and caring for other people. Be tough with yourself and tolerant of others. We ought to treat others with kindness, recognizing their difficulties and expressing concern for their welfare. However, we also need to hold ourselves to a high standard and be tough with ourselves. Expressing empathy involves more than just words. It has to do with deeds. It's about supporting someone while they're in need. It's all about listening when someone needs to talk, truly listening. It's about lending a hand without being asked. The significance of community and human interdependence was held by the Stoics. They realized that we are all in this together, and that we ought to look out for one another. There is a chance for kindness wherever there is a human being. Recall that being compassionate does not entail solving everyone's issues. All you can do at times is be present, attentive, and consoling. That's sufficient. 6. Being truthful. A fundamental value of Stoicism is honesty. It's about living in harmony with nature, the truth, and our own moral principles. Telling the truth to ourselves as well as to others is part of being an honest person. Say to yourself first what kind of person you would be, and then take necessary action. Act as though you want to be honest. Never mislead, never lie, and never cheat. Be sincere in both your words and deeds. Integrity is a prerequisite for honesty. It's all about matching your behavior to your principles. It's about doing the right thing, even when it's difficult and no one is looking. As Marcus Aurelius once said, do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life. Remember, it's not always simple to be honest. The truth can occasionally be difficult to hear, utter, and face. But a great person is, in spite of the challenges, honest. Though they do it with warmth and compassion, they nonetheless speak the truth. 7. Offering help to others. Altruism is a fundamental characteristic of a wonderful person. Stoicism instills in us the value of being kind to others, sharing what we have, and utilizing our resources to assist those in need. Everything you see, everything that is made up of both God and man, is one. We are only the pieces of a much larger whole. Since we are all related, we need to look out for one another. Giving to others is how we recognize this relationship. We better ourselves and our communities. There is more to giving than just money. It involves patience, hard work, generosity, and compassion. It's about identifying a need and doing our utmost to meet it. It could be lending a sympathetic ear to a friend, helping out at a local charity, or volunteering. The significance of intentions was likewise recognized by the Stoics. Generosity should not be performed for approval or gain, but rather for the pure purpose of assisting others. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years, urges Marcus Aurelius. Death looms large over you. Be kind while you are still alive and within your power. 8. Showing bravery. A key characteristic in Stoicism is bravery. It's about addressing our concerns, acting morally, and sticking up for our convictions, even when those things are difficult or frightening. Being fearless does not equate to being brave. It entails experiencing fear, but doing nonetheless. It entails facing our worries head-on, comprehending them, and then continuing on despite them. As Marcus Aurelius points out, you control your thoughts, not external circumstances. When you acknowledge this, you'll find resilience. Recall that bravery isn't necessarily demonstrated by grandiose deeds. At times, it's all about the little commonplace things. It's about doing the right thing, even if it makes you unpopular. It's about putting our anxieties aside and taking the necessary action. 9. Offering assistance. A wonderful person must possess the essential trait of giving help. Stoicism instills in us the value of a strong sense of community, sticking together, and supporting one another during difficult times. Give thyself time to learn something new and good, and cease to be whirled around, suggests Marcus Aurelius. Providing assistance frequently entails gaining new knowledge, appreciating another person's viewpoint, and being there for them when they need you. Being present for significant events is not the only way to show support. It's about the little things we do every day. When someone needs to talk, you just need to listen. It's about extending assistance to those in need. It's about defending someone when they are unable to defend themselves. The significance of empathy was assessed by the Stoics. In order to provide support, we must be aware of what people are going through. We need to imagine ourselves in their position and provide the support and comfort we would desire for ourselves. 10. Being honest. One essential trait of a great person is being able to tell the truth. Living in harmony with nature, telling the truth, and being sincere in both our words and deeds are values that Stoicism instills in us. Accept that you will be perceived as silly and ignorant if you wish to get better. Speaking the truth frequently entails defying social norms and defending morality even in the face of opposition. Being honest isn't always simple. The truth can occasionally be difficult to hear, utter, and face. However, a great individual speaks the truth, no matter how challenging it is. Though they do it with warmth and compassion, they nonetheless speak the truth. Not everything we hear is true. It's all just opinion. Everything we perceive is a viewpoint. It is not reality. It is our responsibility to work towards having clear vision, comprehending the truth, and speaking it bravely and firmly. Recall that developing these traits is a process rather than a final goal. It all comes down to practice, effort, and making an effort to improve on yesterday's performance. Living in harmony with virtue, the natural world, and our personal ideals is the key. Treat yourself with kindness as you set out on this trip. Have patience. Remain tenacious. Above everything, stay loyal to who you are, because it is through leading moral, brave, and truthful lives that we develop into exceptional individuals.